Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are diving into the world of statistical functions in Power BI. In the previous video, we have covered about logical functions in Power BI. So let's get started with statistical function that we all know what statistic means. That means applying mathematical functions to our data like mean, mode, average, sum x. So that's we are going to explore today. So, all right, the first function we'll explore is average function. This one is pretty straightforward. It calculates the mean of a column. Let's see that in action. So here I have a data of sales in which we'll calculate the average sales of our data, and I will simply use average function to calculate the sales amount average. So let me create a new measure, name it as average test. Then I will write a syntax of average. Average of sales let us see it in visual. So you can see that our average is calculated, that is 3.55k. So I don't think so it needs more understanding of this average function, that we all know what average does is. So now let's move on further, and we'll move on to average x. How is it different from average x? This average as x function calculates the average, but it can iterate over row by row calculation. This function is used in more complex scenario where you need to iterate over a table and perform calculation on each rows. For example, if you want to calculate the average sales per customer, or in our case we can say that average sales per product code or customer name. I think we have only one customer. Oh, we have different kind of customer name. Yeah. If you want to calculate the customer average sales per customer, we can use average x. So let us write a code, create a new measure, average x equals to, I will write average x values of customer name. So why I have put it in values? Values take a string and categorize as one value. We cannot pass the whole column in any function, so we use values. Okay. Then we will add calculate, that we all know why it is used. Sum of sales. Sales. Let me add one more card. So here is the average X, and it iterates over each customer and calculate their total sales, then average those totals. This provides more granular insight. Okay, I can also add it in matrix, average X and average for customer. So you can see that it average test will show the average of total sales, but average x will tell us it will calculate their total sales and then average those total sales. Suppose Alpha Cognac has around 1 lakh of sales, but average of this will be average of this Alpha Cognac will be different. So that's how it is calculated. It is calculated within one customer only, one category only, we can say that. Next up, we have distinct count. This function counts the number of unique values in column. It's perfect for understanding diversity in your data. Let's say we want to know how many unique products we sold, then we can create one distinct function. Let us create one. Enough of talking, we can directly do something distinct. equals to listing count of our product code. I can also add it in the card visual. Let me add distinct. So we have 109 distinct values or product code in our data set. We can validate it using this. Let me go to the product code, and you can see in the bottom there is 2828 rows and column is and we have product code 109 distinct values. That's what we have got here. So it is right. Moving on, we have a max and min function. These are used to find the maximum and minimum values of our column respectively. For instance, to find the highest and lowest sales amount, we use these functions. Let's see, I want to calculate the maximum sales, for which I will create a max function, and for minimum sales, I will create a min function. Let me create it. Maximum equals to max of sales amount or sales data. It will return the maximum sales. Let me also add the minimum. Minimum equals to min of sales. Let me add it in the card. Maximum, here it is. Minimum, here it is. So minimum sale is 482.13 and maximum is 14,008. It's quite low, you know. Next, we will move on to summarize. It is the last function that we are going to explore right now in this video. So this one is incredibly powerful as it allows you to create a summary table that can be based on your data. Suppose we want to create a summary table that shows total sales per product category. Summarize is basically used when we want to group our data on the basis of any particular category or any particular column. Like I want to categorize my data on the basis of product category or any other category. So let us make a summarized table on the basis of customer name, okay, or we can create it on the basis of customer line. Yeah, we have this product category like classic cars, truck, buses, like this. So we can create it on the basis of it. Let me go on to the new table, create summarize product category. Summarize equals to summarize, and we will pass the table name sales. We will pass the category that we want to summarize on, product line. Then we need to add the name of the column that we want to add with this particular product line. So I want the total sales on the basis of each product category. So I will add as total sales. Then I will provide the formula of it so that we can get these values. So sum of sales let us see what will happen. So this has created a new table which will show the total sales on the basis of product line. So basically what it does is groups our data on the basis of category that we have selected. So that's what it does. And there you have it, an overview of some essential statistical functions in Power BI. These functions are powerful tools to help you derive meaningful insight from your data. If you found this video helpful, you can like it. That's it for today's video. Thanks everyone.